could hear me well. If you can, give me a thumbs up or say you could hear me or whatever. I am looking forward to tonight's guest. It's gonna be an awesome show, and it's been a while since I've been here, so I hope y'all might have missed me a little bit. So I plan on keeping doing these shows again, coming back to them. If the schedule keeps like it used to be, it'll be every 2 weeks. So I'll be looking for guests coming up for next show. Uh, I got a few people that I'm talking to, so hopefully that sets up. And yeah, I thank you for that. And yeah, I wouldn't be me if I wasn't late once in a while, right? But so yeah, if you guys would be so kind to keep following it, every couple of weeks and such. Oh, hey Heather, how you doing? I won't tell if you don't tell. But yeah, we got a great guest for tonight. And by the way, let's yeah, I'm sorry, words are hard. Um, we at Warren Area Society of Paranormal, are currently looking for new cases and such. So if your home has some activity going on, you want some help trying to figure out what's going on or whatever, feel free to drop us an email. As soon as I figure out where that is on the marquee, I'll scroll that. That's Warren area, Wasp of Warren at yahoo.com, I believe, is the right one. Let's see here. Um, yes. Drop us a message. Find us on Facebook or wherever. Drop a comment. Let us know uh, that you'd like us to talk to us about possibly coming to your place and possibly doing a investigation. Now that's all the way. I hope you're ready, Ed. If you're ready, give me a thumbs up. There you go.
Um.
I forgot to tell you I could see you in the background there.
Okay.
So if you'll take a moment and introduce yourself, please.
Hello, everyone. My name is Ed. I'm the owner of the Sweet Home Estates.
Awesome, awesome. And that's up in Fillmore, New York.
Yes.
Awesome. Uh, if you guys could hear Ed, please let us know. Oh, that's cool. Did you have that done local or
Yeah. Yeah.
awesome, awesome.
I have a lot of merch for the house, like coffee mugs, thermos, sweatshirts, t-shirts, hoodies, pillows, blankets. Yeah. You know,
Even onesies for the kids.
I didn't make those yet.
That's- but yeah, if you guys could hear Ed, just let us know so that way um, I could hear you personally. So we'll go with it as if everybody can. So yeah, so you're the owner of the Sweets House and up in Fillmore, New York. And how
hmm
long have you owned this place?
Um, like 3 years, 3 or 4.
Nice, nice. Probably feels like only days, huh? Sometimes.
Actually, I can't believe this is like a dream come true. Um, I always wanted to have my own. Actually, before I was, because this just came out of nowhere. Actually, I was looking for a funeral home to buy, and this is no lie. Um, I went to check some out. It was too pricey, way too pricey. Um, so focused on riffing, and plus I was living in a city during the time, and you know, wanted something that's not too far, something close but not too far.
Right.
We stumbled
I
across
bet you.
this, and when I came here, I didn't even realize there was a waterfall next to the property. I was so locked into the house.
Nice.
Came in the house, introduced myself, talked to the previous owner. Um, I'm not asked, let me be alone. I wanted to, walk around the house by myself.
I
Even
bet you
though,
know this person.
huh?
I bet you know this person.
Oh
Can you
yeah,
see the comment when it
yeah,
pops up? Can you see those?
yeah, yeah, yeah. She good peoples,
I
man. She good peoples.
I
But
thank you for connecting us, Janice. Much
yeah.
appreciated. So
Hey,
now you
could they
say your
see me or could they
purpose.
just hear me?
What's that?
Could they see me or could they just hear me?
Oh, they see us and hear us.
Okay, cool,
So
cool.
I gotta refrain from picking my nose or whatever for the next until we're done. But now that was kind of odd. Most people don't look for funeral homes when they're looking for properties.
Yeah, I always been weird, when I was younger. I like things differently, you know. Most guys, they into this, into that. I'm into like going to cemeteries and stuff, you know.
Mm.
Um, I like history, and I have an obsession with um with the afterlife. Why? Because everyone has a story, whether if it's bad, good, it doesn't matter, and I'm intrigued with it, you know. But yeah, you should come here. You'll love it. I roll out the red carpet to everyone. Cater to everyone that comes here. Make everyone feel comfortable because that's my job. You know, it can get very intense here. I'm not going to lie about that. And
Now,
of
once
course,
again, when you say here, you're talking about the Sweets home.
yeah, yeah. You
Okay.
know, my dog is she's being nosy, but
It's o- it's okay. We get interruptions on people coming in. My granddaughters love to pop in on me.
Sophia, stop. I have a bulldog, and she crave attention, and she likes to fight. Like wrestle. We fight
Okay.
wrestle, and she want to do that all the time, and she crave attention 24/7. Uh,
So when you said you look for funeral homes, were you looking for homes with activity, or was that just like you just wanted something to say, hey, I have a old funeral home?
no, when I was looking for a funeral home, I wasn't looking for anything active. I just wanted something that has history, and funeral homes, it had history, So when I stumble across this, hey, let's go check it out for shits and giggles. We came, I fell in love with it immediately. Talked to the owner. She showed me around, obviously. She told me the stories about the house, but nothing haunted, But when I did my walkthrough, I'm like, hey, this house is haunted. She like, I don't know. I'm like, no, seriously. I just saw something upstairs. You know, um, I just told her the house is mine. I'm gonna take care of the house. So it's a funny story because a lot of people ask me, well, where you come up with the name the Sweet Home Estate?
Right.
The woman that who converted this into a home, she put down a green carpet and wood paneling, added on a kitchen, the bathroom, and the other space on the back of the house. Her name is Anna Mae Sweet. She took care of this house, you know. And Anna Mae Sweet is the previous owner aunt. So it's family. So she knew that I was going to take care of the house. Um, yeah, to make a long story short, I got the house, and that's how I came up with the name. I named it after her to pay homage
So so it
because
wasn't actually known as the Sweet House until you
see,
did that.
no, as I did some reading, because her last name was Sweet,
Hmm.
it was known to be the Sweet House. I didn't
Okay.
know that. So all of this strange, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, not realizing, oh wow. So it just things just, I don't know, happen. I say the universe did it, you know.
Yeah, I
It's
definitely believe
strange
in
stuff.
fates and things like that. That serendipity, I guess that's what it's called. Um, so I definitely believe in that. Now, I love to, and we will learn more about you as a person, hopefully. Um, but I know some people are also here to kind of hear a little bit more about the house because,
Okay. Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
just recently it was shown on Nick's uh,
Nick Groff, Death
what
Walker, season 4.
series?
Yeah.
What's that again?
Nick Groff, season. Oh my gosh, I'm repeating what you said. Death Walker.
Death
Death
Walker,
Walker,
season
season 4.
four,
Yes.
episode two.
Yes.
So I recommend for those that have not watched it, please watch it. I've only watched one show of his, and that was that episode there, and I really enjoyed it. So I'm gonna like be binge watching this weekend, all his past seasons. Um, but so give us a little. So say I go to your place there,
Okay.
and looking to investigate. What's the first thing you tell people about the place?
Um, well, they have to sign waivers before
Yeah.
anything because I don't want to be responsible if anything's supposed to happen. Um, but let me tell you about the history. Then I get into the things what people experience and what I encounter and everything. Um, Give me a second. I gotta.
Now this is from like the early 1800s, if I remember the show saying. Was it
Yes, yes.
1822?
I had to stop my phone. No, actually, no. I thought it was built in 1822. So if you Google my place, it come up on different websites, and it had different years of the house. And I'm like, that put me in a loop. Like, what is really going on? What year my house was built in? So I go to I go to the historical society out in Belmont, New York. I went there, and lady, she helped me, and I asked, was the house built in 1822? She said, no, your house goes back further than 1822. It goes back in 1800. That's when it was built.
Wow.
So, and I'm still trying to fill in a gap from 1800 to 1822. What was it?
Hmm.
What was they using it for? Was they like piece by piece? I don't know. So that's the main gap that I want to fill. What was it? Because that's a hell of a long time.
Well,
What
definitely.
was it? So if I give you the address, you can Google it. My house will come up with different addresses. I mean, different years. I'm sorry, different years, and that's the whole purpose of me going to the historical society. Um, so 1822 to 1868. That's when the owner died. His name is Chauncey Ingham. When he passed away in 1868, it exchanged hands and it became a law office. It was called the Hardin Law Office. That
Okay.
didn't last long. In the early 1900s, It was don't get my years mixed up. 1892. That's when it was a major water flooding. It wasn't water rising. It was water gushing everywhere. People lost their
Okay.
homes, their lives as well. I think it was like 7 to 8 people lost their cattle, and during that time, other people survived the flooding, but it was one guy that really got injured. His name is Augustus Henry, and he's the one that owned the opera house that's one stood in my backyard. So, could I
Is that the
imagine
one
that
with his
this?
arm crushed?
Yeah, 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 yeah. But he was like really messed up, worse than what they,
That's,
showed on Death Walker. He was really messed up. Um,
now you could tell I watch a show by saying things like that, right?
yeah. So, so during that time, this was ran as a hotel, opera house in the backyard, right next door. Like literally, you can go out my house and go to the tavern. It's set right there, like that close, and it looked identical to the house with the four columns and everything. I have a lithograph pictures, but I don't have actual pictures of it. You
Oh,
know, but
okay.
this is the room where they view the bodies when they, as
The
people
viewing
say,
room.
funeral home. Typically, I don't be in this room at night. I don't like this room at night. It's a different vibe. It's a different feeling, energy. I don't like it. But where else I'm gonna go? So,
Now,
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
no, I was just going to continue, ask more questions about what you're saying. So go ahead.
So,
You're into it eventually becomes the funeral home.
yeah, and you know, people been viewed in this room. How long did that go on? I don't know, but I have paperwork. Um, I can't remember everything off my top of my head. I have paperwork. And after that, I've been told that it was because I met people throughout time, and some people that been in this house that had experiences, and they told me used to be how you say that, a shelter for women with battered children, whatever
Oh,
would that
oh,
mean, you know. So I take that
oh, is,
as women used to be abused by their spouse and they had
is
children.
that documented, or is
Huh?
that kind of one of those things that just kind of got passed through word of mouth?
That's the way I'm looking at it because I don't have anything on that. I don't.
Hmm.
But okay. But I can honestly say it's a lot of kid spirits here. You can hear it giggling, you can hear it laughing. Actually, the last investigation I had here, you hear the kid talking. It was on live.
So now let's move forward to where you're
Okay.
owner, and hey, also off, yeah, words are hard, man. Awfully good to see you as well. It's been a while. I plan on doing these shows a little more.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
I would love to have you to, I'll participate. I like this. Um,
uh, this is
but
fun. But
yeah,
now,
just
now we're on to your ownership, and
hmm
so now you've taken the time to turn this into a place for people to come and visit you and do investigations. Um, you could talk about costs and whatever when people get a hold of you. Which you said the best way for people to get a hold of you is probably through Facebook, through the Sweet Homes uh,
yeah, yes.
Estates
hmm
at Facebook.
This we home
Is that
estate
the full name?
1822.
I talked over you. Go ahead and repeat that so people,
This we home estate 1822.
the Sweet Home Estate 1822 on Facebook. So
Mm-hmm.
you are doing this once a month, right?
Yeah,
Roughly.
yeah, yeah,
And so if anybody has any interest after watching the show, feel free to reach out to Ed here and he'll set things up for you however he does that. Um,
yeah.
how you doing? Hope you're doing well tonight. And so what is the main thing that you're hoping that people get when they come and visit your place?
The
Thrills
main
and
what?
chills? Do you hope that people get thrills and chills? Do you hope that they find the history of it good? Are you hoping
Um,
what's your main focus for those that come?
Sophia, stop. That's so. Sophia, stop. See,
Aw,
yeah. Come on, I'm talking. I told you about this. Stop.
uh, gotta love
Jeez.
them. Just like spoiled little kids, right?
Yeah. Oh, she's she's something else, man. She's a big baby. But rephrase that question again.
Sure, no problem. What's your, as being the guest of the place or the host of the place, what are you hoping guests get out of it? What do you want them to come there for? The excitement, the thrills and chills, the history, um,
Everything. The reason
everything,
why I
all the
said
above.
because the house is historic. I want people to come here not just to investigate, but eventually I am going to turn this into an Airbnb. Because it's I will never say a place is too haunted, but living in a haunted place and the activity, it's not cool. I had it sound
Well,
like
Auntie
it sound
Mama,
it sound like someone is inside my house at night. You have a house full of cameras, outside the house as well. But when you hear that thumping, like shuffling in the night, late at night, you ain't gonna think that, oh, my house is haunted. You're gonna think you have an intruder in the house.
right.
That become nerve wracking. Coming down the steps, you hear people talking, like literally, like inside your house. TV's not on. When you go down the steps, halfway, it stops.
Mm.
I don't like it. I don't like it. Um,
So, would you be more scared if you walked downstairs and seen an apparition, a ghost, or an actual intruder? Because now you're kind of getting yourself conditioned and believing that it's paranormal, which, with all due respect, a great possibility. But
hmm
I mean, there is also the possibility of normal people who just, well, you know,
Nah.
I know you got a lot of
I
security
mean,
there.
nah. Nothing. I don't fear nothing. I don't. I'm not afraid of the house. It just
Mm,
the random noises, the voices. I don't want to hear that crap all the time. You know, it'll it'll. I want to keep my sanity. Put it like that. It's not healthy. It's not. So when things get very intense, I just leave, um, and I come back at a later time. I tell people, being at a haunted place 24/7, you need to step away. I need a break from the house, just like the house need a break from me. You know. Um,
no,
but
no,
yeah, I mean, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
no, you're fine. Like I said yesterday, there's gonna be times where we're both trying to talk, and I apologize. Um, you're lost track for a second. So I know from what you told me, um, and this is my words, not yours or anybody else's, but some of the stuff could be kind of aggressive there from what I hear with scratches and things like that.
Yeah, yeah.
So, would you tell somebody that's a little more timid, a little more skittish, that they might not want to be there, or do you think everybody from all levels will be okay?
Everybody think it's a game. Everybody think it's a game. I let everyone know. This is why they sign waivers, and
Hmm.
I don't like little kids being here. My
Right.
grandkids come here, but not like that. Um, my granddaughter, she sees a woman, wave at her, just waving at her, talking to her.
I will
And
say,
I'm sorry.
I will say that even though I phrased it the way I did when I asked it, every location you go to, any time that has any kind of paranormal activity, you're subject to have things happen to you. There's
Yeah,
no guarantee anywhere you go.
yeah,
So, um, so, but I just
yeah,
know that's something that you said. Few people have had happen. I believe Janice said she told me that she got a scratch on her arm. Um,
yeah,
I seen Nick said he got his arm pulled or his coat
yeah.
pulled on the show.
Um, the thing I'm not understanding with that, because he did get attacked here. I had the clip of it, but they didn't show it on Death Walker. He said that he's gonna come back out, so it's gonna be a part two. So maybe they gonna put that in part two. I don't know, but
That'd be cool to see.
I'm sorry,
So
but
I said that'd be cool to see. So tell
yeah,
me, how did you get connected with Nick for the show? And you're right, Leefoot. We like to call Lee Leefoot. He says children tend to be more open to this kind of stuff, and that's why it's probably good that you don't have the real young over other, your family, of course, and such. But
we're gifted. I'm not gonna lie. I can see spirits, and they know I can see them. Same thing with my granddaughter. Um, hey, go, go.
I
She's
seen
trying to. She's
I seen the plant move behind you, and then I seen
yeah,
you lean over. I
yeah.
figured
She's
it was
trying to knock it
the.
over. But how did I get in contact with Nate? From Daniel
Did you
class
reach out
from
to him?
his, huh?
Did you reach out to him, or did they reach out to you?
No. From Daniel class, the owner of the Hinsdale house. I've been knowing him for seemed like forever, man. And me and him good friends. I used to do tours for him for a very long time, and he told me, because when I bought the property, I didn't go public with it. I kept it to myself for like, hold on, yeah,
You're fine.
stop. Every time I do something, you want my attention. You cannot do that. All right, so I'm sorry about that.
You're fine. This
She's
this
a big,
show is pretty laid back, relaxed. This is a conversation, not like a NBC special.
yeah. So I didn't go public with it. So I kept it to myself for like 4 or 5 months, I believe. And I invited friends over, like, hey, I have a location, keys to a location. Let's check it out. Let's see what the hype is about. They came, everybody experienced something. They caught some uh, evidence. I believe somebody caught an EVP, but I don't know what it said. Don't remember what it said. But, so I went public with it. And then that's when Dan reached out to me and he told me. you know.
And the
So
owner of the Hinsdale house.
yeah, so all credit go to him, you know. So if it
I, w-
wasn't from him, none of this stuff would be possible.
I wouldn't mind reaching out to him and asking him if he'd like to be on this show.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah. I can tell. I can introduce you guys. Yeah. I don't know
awesome.
how his
I wasn't
schedule
sure if
is.
he would do this. I'm sorry?
I don't know how his schedule is, but yeah, I can introduce you guys. Yes, no problem at all.
I wasn't sure if he did this kind of stuff or not. So,
Yeah, yeah. He was. Yeah, yeah. He was on podcast.
but
I seen him. Yeah.
it, awesome. But now, so how long ago was it that Nick came to the house? Was it like a couple months ago, or is this like last year,
Like 2 years ago.
or it was that quick?
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah,
Nice.
yeah,
But he found enough there to come back another time. Sounds like.
yeah, yeah. Everybody that comes here, they in love with the house. They love what I, cause I put all my back into it. You know, like everything. I restored, repairs. I did everything, and I did everything on my own. And some things I caught hell doing. I'm not gonna lie, but it's still standing. Have good bones, and I just hope that the spirits here can appreciate that. They don't like me being here. They don't.
Mhm.
The reason why I say that because look at me, look at you.
Uh,
You get what I'm saying? Yeah,
has
yeah,
that came across like as in
yeah. And
over the spirit box and such?
I'm the only one. I'm the only man of color that only ever owned this house.
Yeah, but you
Not
said that you
alone.
bring your own stuff, your own energy there. Has that helped?
Um, they don't like that either. They don't like that I know stuff. You know, they don't like that. Um, we did do sessions,
Mm-hmm.
because I want to know what keeping you here, why you refuse to leave. You know, why they so aggressive? I mean, I've been attacked. People come here and they get pushed, things get thrown at them, um, the whole nine. And all of this is like, this is why I have so many cameras because you never know what's gonna go down. You never
Right.
know what's gonna happen. So therefore, I like to document things, and when I catch something, that's when I post it and take it to to public. But
We got our
yeah,
first question from the chat.
okay.
It says, "Are you okay with the activity, or would you like it to stop?" And for anybody else watching, feel free to drop questions in the comments, and I will do my best to ask.
Do I like the activity? No, I don't like it. You know, it wakes you up at night. Nah, but would I want it to stop? Mm, no, I wouldn't because if I would, then I want to have people come here to visit. You know, to
Mm-hmm.
investigate. Just to get away and hang out and stuff. Like I said momentarily, I'm going to convert this into an Airbnb so people can come here to get away because it is beautiful here in the summertime. The sightseeing, and I did different things to the house, like put a koi pond in with koi fishing. Um, got a huge water fountain. Um, I got a TV outside, a hot tub. So when people come, it's not about investigating. It's about unwinding, relaxing, just getting away from it all, like a retreat, if you will. you know. But
I
yeah,
will I will go back to something that went to my mind, but Janice has a question. Or well, she's telling me to ask you about the
actually about
wheelchair
the
in the basement.
Bozeman. Okay, Janice. Yeah, she's a good supporter. Known her
Yeah,
many.
definitely.
Seem like I known her forever too, man. You know. But the wheelchair in the basement. I got that. Like I said earlier, when I go out of town, the first thing I do, antique.
Right.
So I went. I believe I got that from West Virginia. I believe. But to make a long story short, I'm in an antique store. I'm like, ooh, I always wanted an old wheelchair. Behold, wow, I seen it. So they're like, all right, you don't want that. Why? Someone died in it. I want
I
it.
was
I
about to
want
say that
it.
made you want more, right?
Yeah, but the funny thing is, someone did indeed died in that chair, but they're not attached to that chair. The man in
Hmm.
the basement sits in that chair. I don't know this man's name, but he wears a top hat, from back then. That's how old it is. So I call him Top Hat. Um, he don't like people down there. I mean, when you come here,
Like the old
you,
like the old
huh?
tap dancers and like the old tap dancers and such.
Mm,
Like the big
yeah, yeah,
big
yeah,
round hat.
like that. Yeah, yeah. He likes to sit in it, and I put equipment up there. The equipment went off and everything. Actually, I had an investigator that came here. She sat in that wheelchair and she got scratched very badly.
Oh really?
Yeah. So he claimed the
So
wheelchair. So that's his wheelchair.
don't mess with the wheelchair. I'll keep that in mind. So yeah, your place is definitely a place for somebody that is a little more just doesn't get scared as easy and such. Because I got a feeling like some of the things you're talking about, people are going to be running out your door.
um, Honestly, I can say I don't know. I don't never know what's going to happen. For an example,
Right,
with Caleb, you know who Caleb is.
right. Of
I
Chautauqua
money.
Area Paranormal Society,
Yeah,
CAPS.
money is not everything. Okay, it's not. I'm not money hungry. I am very humble. I am very laid back and understanding. So free investigation. Just come, help pick up in the yard because I had 2 yards. You know. Oh, that's it. Yeah, that's it. So when Caleb came with his 2 friends, it was already done. I did everything. I'm like, you know what? It's already done, but you guys still can stay. I don't care.
That's nice.
Um, they enjoyed themselves.
I can see them.
Caleb's 2 sisters came and his mother. That's when shit got real. I don't like it. I can't stand it. We're investigating. They asked me. Well, Caleb asked me, could we take something out the dark room? I'm like, okay, yeah, why not?
Did you say the dark room?
Yeah,
Is that the same as what she's speaking of here?
yeah, yeah, yeah. Everything in that room is real. It's not for looks and gimmicks. That stuff is real. I like to collect stuff, so the
Hmm.
house is not haunted because of that. The house was already haunted, but by me bringing haunted things in, it amplifies everything. Not to mention, I had this waterfall right next to me that runs
Which
24/7.
which
know.
is, yeah, that definitely pulls energy to the place. That's like I have the Allegheny River going through my backyard, and
Yeah,
so that constant water energy flow
and
is
spirits can travel through water as well.
right, right.
Um,
So
so I take
I want to
this.
get more into a couple of topics, and I don't mean to cut you off.
Okay.
One thing that I don't want to forget about, you were, you had the idea and was recently talking about it on Facebook. And on Facebook, you have video evidence of like the door opening and things like that.
Yeah.
But the one thing that is on my mind is you're throwing out a 7 day challenge.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
you care to explain that, and also clarify some of the things that you were saying on there in case some of the people are on here that
Okay.
stumbles across it, because I know there was some questions about the way you worded it or such that people are like, well, you're locking them in for 7 days and blah blah blah. They've just misunderstood. That's the problem with written text is without the facial expressions or the voice and such behind it, it's
Yeah.
easy to misunderstand what people write and their intentions behind it.
Yeah. Um. So I come up with this because I really want to know what really went on here. So the 7 day, 7 day. I mean the 7 days, 7 night challenge
We'll
is
call
for
it the
a
sweet
person to,
challenge.
huh?
We'll call it the sweet challenge.
The sweet challenge. Well, it is sweet. You get to be here for a week by yourself with no one. So
Absolutely.
I want someone to be locked in, like like mentally, spiritually, like locked in. I want to know exactly what goes on here. I mean, I live here, but the next person can get a better response than me. I'm looking at all options and I'm keeping all options open. So therefore, no cell phone, no internet, no TV, no radios, no nothing, whatever's going to be a distraction, it's not allowed. I need someone to be here, focus, communicating. No going outside. I mean, they can cook here, they can bring a food, can't open no doors, can't open no windows. It's just to see what really goes on. It's not trying to disprove anyone or trying to be in competition or try to, you know, it's nothing towards any location. I like to come up with different things, and I will
Mm-hmm.
continue to come up with different things along the line. Um,
Well, that's the Aries of, that's your Aries nature.
that's horns.
Definitely.
So I like to experiment. You know, do
Mm-hmm.
I get responses here? Yeah, sure. I mean, do I get cussed out here? Yeah. You know, all of that stuff is real. What app that cusses you out? What radio stations that cusses you out? All of this is real. They don't like me being here, but
Right.
people say, well, why don't you just put your foot down and tell them, hell, you try to come here and do that. Nah. When people come here, I tell them, don't help nothing that's here. Even if they call out for help. Well, why? Because you don't trust nothing that's here. I don't. It likes to mimic people. Um, and this is no lie. I experienced this. This was
Yeah.
during when Nick Gruff was here and Tessa and everybody else, or everybody reenactments.
Tessa is his wife,
Yes, yes. So the room that I'm in now, I don't like this room.
but you
One of
chose to
my
be
friends
there
was
for this
saying,
interview.
huh?
But you chose to be there for this show.
Yeah, yeah. I didn't the lighting wasn't good enough, you know. So that's why I got this on in the back so you can see me. because if not in the dark, all you can see is my teeth.
That'd be a whole different show, right?
Yeah, yeah, totally.
So,
So the room that I'm in, I was talking to my friend because everybody know that I don't like this room. Even Nick know. And when they was here, I wouldn't come in this room. I saw one of my friends sitting on a sofa, just sitting up. I mean, prospering and sitting up. And I'm talking to him, identical to him, identical.
yeah.
But he didn't say nothing back in return. He didn't say nothing, no response, no nothing. I said, hey, Rick, don't you hear me talking to you? They said, Nick said, Rick isn't here. I,
What?
it scared the living crap out of me. I'm not going to lie. And Tessa just looked at me and just shook her head.
She knew.
She's scared of the house. So much is here. And
I was
by
about to
me
say,
bringing stuff in, I knew what I was doing. It's all fun and game when you don't live here. You
right.
can do what you want. You can bring whatever you want in because you don't live here. But when you
Now,
start living here, that's when it becomes different.
when you first started owning the place, your intentions wasn't to live there, or was it
No,
to the?
no.
Because there was a little bit of time where it was just kind of a hangout spot, and you were bringing your stuff in and such, and then
Hmm.
for whatever reason you ended up moving in. Now,
Yeah,
do you
like
regret bringing all that stuff there for
I
that,
just
or
started living here like a year and some change ago. Yeah,
do you regret setting it up the way you did now?
yeah, I do. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Now
Now,
it add on more confusion. What I mean by that, when people come and they trying to communicate, even within myself, trying to communicate, I know what I brought in, but other people is not gonna know. They ain't gonna know if it's something that I brought in or is something that was already here, or either something that came through the portal.
right?
It is a portal that's here.
I remember you
I
said
don't
that.
like it. It's just it's overload. Is but you know what? I got to deal with it. You know.
Now, Tessa, from what I seen on the show, and you said personally, she to me she didn't seem very comfortable there, and you said she doesn't care for the place there. So, and she's a sensitive, um, self-proclaimed, and but I did see in the show that you have tons of items like the doll at the top of the stairs and other dolls and such, and so one, how many actual items in your place that you are aware of being have an attachment to?
All of them. Everything
You
that I
believe
have
every
is haunted. Even the antiques. It's haunted. The only thing that's not haunted is my aquarium,
hmm,
my TV. No, I'm
more
being serious.
modern day?
Yeah, everything that I bring in, because I deal with a lot of spirits, and like I said, I'm obsessed with it. Um, I remember me and Dan was talking, and Dan said, "You ain't buying no more stuff, are you?" No, I said, "Fuck no, I ain't buying nothing," and I
You
haven't.
do.
I
There's no
haven't bought
room in your
nothing in.
place.
I haven't bought nothing in 2 years, man.
Oh, well,
Nah,
okay.
I'm good with
So
antiques. I'm good.
the one thing I'd like you to clear up for me personally, I don't know who's seen the show, and I don't mean to keep going back to the show, but was that Raggedy Ann doll. And Tessa kept saying she's seen blood all over the walls.
Ah, yeah.
If
Um,
you don't want to talk about that, that's
none.
fine.
I mean, I'll talk about it, but I'm not gonna talk about the family. But
Right, right.
I, I do house cleansings. I've been doing it for a long time. Um, and I'm not bragging, boasting, but this is my forte. I'm good at what I do, and for the people that personally know me, they know this. I'm good at what I do. Did a house cleansing. Um, One individual in the house, real negative, real negative, and they used to hold that dial and just put a lot into
Mm,
it. And he was had some dark stuff with him, you know. In the house, things was going on in their house. So as I was doing a house cleansing, I asked, "May I take this dial, wrap it up?" Because where I come from, spirits can see.
mm.
You wrap it up in something dark, so they can't see where they're going. If that makes sense to you.
It does. I never heard of it that way, but it does make
Yeah.
sense.
So anyway, to make a long story short, I removed it from their house. Their house is to this day, their house is good. I mean, if you,
Nice.
me and you friends on Facebook, if you go back, because this happened last week, just recently last week, I would switch it around and show you, but just Raggedy Ann, I have everything like these two glass globes that you shake. They antique, real old.
All right.
Someone donated it to the house. I didn't
Okay.
purchase this one, donated it to the house, and I had them up on the case. I heard this crash late at night. What the hell is that? It woke me up. I checked all my
Hmm.
cameras. I didn't see nothing. I didn't come downstairs. Eventually, I came downstairs when it's daylight. I checked every room I came in here, seen a bunch of stuff on the floor. It was that one particular item that you're talking about, that you're asking about. And that's the item that I had a session with, and that's the same very item that cussed me out.
Really? Now is
Yeah.
that in the room where you're at now?
hmm Yeah.
Because
I can.
I
Go
seen
ahead.
you look over when I. That's a
I don't know if you can see it. Yeah,
little bit.
you can see
Yeah.
it's right there.
Okay.
And
Well, no,
so,
I asked and I seen you kind of look.
yeah. So even even when Tessa was here, she heard it was tapping on the glass. She don't
I
like
remember
that.
Nick saying, "What's that? What's that? Is that tapping?" Yeah.
Yeah.
So you don't seem like Annabelle there, but
I'm sorry.
is
I'm
there
plugging
any
back into
other?
my. I'm plugging my
Is there any
laptop
other
in.
object? Huh?
So I'm plugging my laptop in. All right, there we go. We good to go. I'm sorry.
Is it?
What did you
Is
say?
there any item there that you absolutely will not go around? Like, like totally her?
I
That's
don't like
funny
that
though.
one. I have I'm trying to think of her name. It's not Annie. What was the is it Curly Sue?
Hmm.
I can't
I'm
think
not
of her
sure.
name. She's old. I have it in my case, and when you look at it, you keep looking at it, the facial expression will change. And this is no lie.
Wow. Yeah,
I
see,
mean,
that's why I don't
wait.
have stuff
I
in
want
my
to.
house like
I
that.
just want to show you. Let me see. Oh, damn! You ain't gonna be able to see it.
Yeah, the light's pretty bright for those.
Yeah. So I'm sorry about that, but
No, you're fine. So we've been a little bit of everywhere tonight. Um,
yeah.
is there anything that you'd like to focus on to get out there? Because I know one of the things that you wanted to be on here for is to let people know that they're able to go to the sweet homes, your place, and
Hmm.
get things set up and such. You want more people to be aware of you being there.
Yeah. 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 I want people to come here, you know, to enjoy themselves. I mean, it's not a hangout because I do live here, but I want people like to help me fill in the gaps, fill in those missing links because this house is way older than the Civil War, way older, and this house has history with it, and bad things happened in this house. So
In the surrounding
therefore,
area.
huh? Yeah, yeah,
In the surrounding area.
yeah. Also on my land, native lived here on this land before this was built here. I truly believe that they got their land taken away. So if you Google it, it tells you that they was taking care of the native, they fed the native and everything. Yeah, I bet you did. You stole the land. I'm about to get upset, but they, I really believe they got their land taken away from them because
Right.
wherever water is at, that's where native is gonna park and make it their home. And actually,
Mm.
the waterfall, they the one who named the waterfall is Cold Creek. The native
Oh, okay.
named it, you know. Um,
Well,
but yeah,
all
when
in
you,
your up
huh?
in your area where I'm at, a lot of native tragedies, we'll just put it that way, happen.
Yeah.
Like
Oh, I
in our
forgot.
area,
Yeah,
in
and
our area, there's a song sang by Johnny Cash. I don't know if you know who that is.
of course I
Um,
do. I don't
I don't
discriminate.
assume, huh?
I said I don't discriminate. I know who Johnny
No, I
Cash is.
didn't. I wasn't thinking that way, but uh, I don't assume everybody listens to all genres of music like I do. Um, but he's got a pretty famous song about the dam in our area. The song title is "As Long as the Grass Shall Grow," and what he's singing about is about 20 minutes away from me, like 5 minutes outside of Warren. It's talking about George Washington and the Seneca Treaty and such, Kinzu Dam. So
Oh
yeah,
wow.
I'm aware of the injustice that happened in the past. Janice says we
Oh
caught a
yeah, we
picture
did.
of it.
Yes, we did. Yup.
Yeah,
Yup. Yup.
that must have
Oh,
been exciting.
somebody is buried in the backyard. I can tell you exactly where they're at. I tell people this, people just shrug it off like, yeah, okay, whatever. Nobody don't listen to me when I talk. So when Nick came, Nick said, hey, you may have bodies in your backyard because down the street, literally, I mean, it's walking distance. It's a cemetery. The first cemetery that was here back in 1800. So in 1892, the water flooded. It washed
Okay.
everything. My backyard was flat land. It's a cliff in my backyard. You know, the cemetery was flat. My I don't know if you saw the paid attention to the house on Death Walker. It's
Yeah.
flat.
Right.
Now, whenever you come here, it's up on a hill.
Hmm.
So I didn't realize water can push things around like that. you know.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
But that's what Nick said. Like, you may have bodies in your backyard because it can be every people can have bodies in their front yard, and if a body was there, they ain't gonna take that body back to the cemetery. They gonna bury that body right there, wherever they found the body. They gonna bury it.
Yeah, it's cheaper just to leave it.
Yeah, yeah. So Janice also been to the yeah, I just said bodies in the backyard. Sophia,
So they said that
sure.
some of the caskets washed out and was never
Yeah,
found
yeah, yeah.
during the flood.
So I had this another historian, um Mason Winfield, very popular guy, author, very popular guy. So I reached out to him through email. Me and him friends on Facebook. I met him quite a few times, and I reached out to him like, hey, could you help me with my house? I'm just trying to figure out what's going on. He said,
Yeah.
I can't tell you why your house is haunted. I'm like, I already know why my house is haunted, but I just need like something. I need to know something. He said, give me a couple of days. A couple of days went. He emailed me back, and he said, yeah, your house is a hot spot. I'm like, oh, jeez, thanks. But he said, it's just not your house. The surrounding area, the surrounding area is known to have paranormal activity. Now, this is true. Around the corner, well, not around the corner, but it's probably like 10 minutes away from me. It's a tavern. It's a bar. It used to be a tavern
Right.
back then called 71 West. That place is haunted, and actually, they doing an investigation there tonight.
Oh really?
So there are haunted places out here. Is this the only
But
one
yet,
that's standing? Is this Sophia? You're gonna stop. You're gonna knock my stuff over, man.
yeah, I
Calm down.
never really heard much about Fillmore and the surrounding areas until you.
Here, give me a
So
second. I'm taking off her
no,
hoodie.
take your time. No worries.
All right, just stop being a braider.
But
Take it off. It's like having kids, man.
no, and they always like to come around when you're in the middle of something. You can be sitting there doing
Yep,
absolutely nothing for days and don't want
yep.
nothing to do with you as soon as you do something.
Can't even wash dishes. But
But
yeah,
yeah, I haven't heard much about your area um, up until you. Then of course I what you've said so far and a couple of little other things I've heard since. Um, so
yeah. I mean, it's it's not run down. It's not like a typical, location that's just run down, just look like a not well taken care of. It's well taken care of. You can eat off the floor. It's so clean. And when people come, they don't expect for it to be so up to date with things. You know, like I
yeah,
said,
most people go to places like insane asylums and places
yeah,
like that yeah, you can tell that there really has been much upkeep for a while. So
yeah,
I can see where they come to your place and be like, "Are you sure is the right place? This looks like a home."
yeah.
So, and
And
you
I
said
get strange looks.
that's your purpose. Ah, well, I do believe I will be there. Um,
Yeah.
I do believe we will speak and figure something out.
Oh
Um,
yeah, man. Like I say, is when I converted into a Airbnb, I probably take me like a year or two because I'm doing everything on my own. But you know, people can get away, come here for the weekend. You know,
Uh,
people still can come here and still investigate, but you know, either or they still gonna have to sign waivers. You know,
I
because
will
I
say that
don't want to do.
I did think about that 7 day sweet challenge there. I was thinking, I was thinking about that.
Hey, I already have
I s-
someone that's willing to do it, and I'm like, I went over the rules with them and everything, and on Facebook, when I say that you open up a door or a window, because I have sensors on windows and doors, the alarm
mhm,
will go off. Yeah, I can set the alarm with me being inside, but if I fully set it, the motion sensors will be activated. So when they be here, the motion sensors won't be activated. It just the
okay,
sensors to the doors and windows that be activated. And I said, if you open it, the police will come and you'll be, you know, listed as an intruder. I'm telling
right.
people telling me, no, that's not. That is true. I'm repeating what I've been told. You
This
know,
is uh this is Jonathan Myers from Crossover Paranormal Society. Hello, Jonathan. Um,
hey,
he does similar shows like this, and he's one of the people that I was going to introduce you to. So,
okay,
Jonathan, if you interested in having a guest on your show, I'll help you get connected and such.
okay,
Awesome
yeah,
guy. He's down by North Carolina or somewhere down south like that. You can't ask for one of the nicer people to, and you want.
okay,
I am not. I love the concept of paranormal unity. I, I I wish that was a thing. I feel that it's based on location. The further you are from another group, the more unity you'll see. But this guy, he's one of the most supportive people I've ever met. So
okay,
I will introduce you guys and see about getting you guys connected.
okay,
Didn't mean to
cool,
go on that long rant there.
okay.
Weeping woman.
Um, oh yeah, yeah. It's a woman. It's a woman that here that she cries. Um, we call her. I don't know her name. Call her the weeping lady. I heard her cry as well as other people, and you know, why is she still here? I don't know. You know, but to answer your question, why did I come up with that 7 days and 7 nights? Have you ever saw it on Netflix called 28 Days?
Yeah,
They
yeah. It was
was Yeah, they couldn't leave. So 28 days, that's I know that will make a person go insane being here for 28 days.
they had some. They were able to go to the store and such certain days and such, but I'm
Okay.
I wish I could remember his name. The name is drawing blank
John,
because I spoke with him a little bit on Facebook
oh, okay.
before the show came out. I can't think of the name right now, and now it's gonna drive me crazy. I'll be like in the middle of the night, I'll wake up and be like, that was so and so. But
Yeah,
but
but
yeah,
that's
you're
how.
talking about a more extreme than what they are, what they did.
Well, no, what theirs are more extreme because it was 28 days. Mine's is just 7 days.
Right,
28
but
days. That's that's overload. That's too much, man.
they were able to go to different places though. You're saying 24/7 inside the building. They
Yeah,
were able to step away on the 28
yeah,
days.
because it was
They weren't able to go far, but they
yeah
did have a
because it
little
was
bit.
28 days. Yeah, I
Right.
mean, will I do the 28? Will I do that here? Yeah. Will I allow them to leave? Absolutely. But if they're gonna
Right.
be here for
That would
seven
be too
days,
much.
but if they're gonna be here for 7 days, it's like nah. I want you to be locked in. I want you to be in tuned in with the house. I want to know what's really going on. There is something that's very messed up in this house. and that's no
Now,
lie.
they will have the ability to reach out to you within a moment's or so notice to end the challenge or whatever. So,
Yeah, I mean,
right.
anybody can
Say
do it,
say
but if
say
they
they
have
get
like
into
I'm sorry, what
get
you say?
into like day 4 and say, "No, I'm done. I need to leave."
Yeah, I can let them out. Yeah. See,
Yeah.
a lot of people is not understanding. I don't have to
Right.
be here to let you in. I can buzz you in. I can buzz you out. I have no locks. I mean, I have no keys for my house. I
I
do,
know
but everything is smart.
I know what you're
What
saying. I got one
location
for
you
my
know
door.
that does that?
I got one for
Oh,
my door because my mother lives with me now, and she loses her keys and such all the time. So I put a smart lock on the door so I could just tap a thing on my phone and be like,
yeah,
"You can get in now, mom."
yeah. So I come up, it's like I said, it's an experiment. Just see what really goes on. I'm not trying to set anybody up for failure. I'm not. With somebody being here, even if they can complete the 7 days, whatever what they experience is going to be documented because I don't shut my cameras off for nobody. Um, it's going to be documented. It's going to be on camera, and they can write down in the book what they experienced and what happened to them if they choose to. There's no pressure if they choose to. Um, I just because the house will react with people what I'm sorry, I'm getting tongue tied. The house will react with people differently. I noticed that.
Right.
You know, people come here expecting, well, move this, we'll move that. Well, for one, that takes a lot of energy for a spirit to move something.
Definitely.
I'm not gonna lie, things did get moved here, misplaced. Like when people come here, keep your keys in your pocket. Don't leave your keys out because they will take it. And that is true. They took my keys
Did
also
they?
along with other people. Um, did they get their keys eventually? Yeah, but it wasn't in the same place where they left their keys at. It was somewhere else. Um, but forget what I was saying. I'm thinking
You
about a lot of stuff. Oh, the 7 day challenge.
definitely.
I'm sorry.
So
Um, I just want people to help me figure out what's going on here. I'm here all the time, but if you take, see, I have distractions. I have my dog,
mm,
I have my phone, I have the internet, I have my TV, I have radio,
right.
well, Alexa. Um, all of those is distractions. If you take all of that away from me, I'll probably go bunkers in this house. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie.
Mm,
That's like the first week I stay here by myself with no furniture. No furniture. By myself. I should never did that.
really
Voices,
messed with you.
footsteps, walking. And at the time, I didn't have no cameras. At the time, there wasn't no house alarm. Just like in the beginning, at the time I was with my ex. I called her. I'm like, come get me right now. I'm like,
Now,
I'm sorry. Go
how
ahead.
has this affected your significant other and your dog and such?
Um, my dog, she get bothered from time to time. But it's not like that. You know, my ex, they don't like her. They don't like
Okay.
her. Like you said,
She
that
looks
energy. Everybody have energy, and she wasn't a nice person. She wasn't a nice person, and they they don't like her. So. That's one thing that we have in common, me and the spirits here, because I don't like her either.
Yep.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, anybody want to come here, I'm not going to stop them, but it is a couple people that I don't want to have no dealings with, but that's a long story. Um, I don't out. I'm not out to to screw anybody over. I'm not about that. If anything, I try to like have locations to come together. Like for an example, like Hinsdale. Hinsdale is like 46 minutes away from me. You
That's
know,
up in Hinsdale, New York. It was
I talked to
originally
Dan.
owned
Like,
by.
hey, I talked to Dan. I'm like, hey, let's do like, cause no location is doing this. Like have like it was three locations, but I don't deal with that other location because it's another
Right,
topic
right.
with that. But let's do
Now
like
the Hinsdale
a
house
dual
was originally owned
investigation.
by the was
Huh?
lived in by the Dandy family.
What
The
about the
Hinsdale
Dandy
house.
family? Oh,
The
the Hinsdale
Hinsdale
house?
house.
Yeah, yeah.
So, and the only reason why I'm bringing that up is for those that might not be aware of it. If you research now, most places, most people find it under the Hinsdale house because it's in Hinsdale, New York. But if
Hmm.
you want a little bit further back, it's a Dandy family that lived there that had the failed exorcism and such, I believe. So, but I just wanted to point that out in case anybody wants to research it a little further.
Yeah, and they can go to the Hinsdale Restoration Project page on Facebook too.
Now, you on your Facebook have some things like the door being open and such. I wish I would have took a little more time to look, but I got really busy this week. Um,
Stop, get down, get down.
do you have anything on your Facebook that would reflect this?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So
Everything.
people,
So when things goes on here, I post it on my personal page, Facebook. I post it on the house page, and I post it on TikTok.
so people,
So
take the time to go to his stuff and look. And if you want to be really nice, tell him that you found his page from this show. Um,
yeah.
that's a Sweets Home Estates 1822. Is that same on
Hmm.
TikTok too?
Yep. Same on TikTok too.
The Sweet Home. That's like sweets, like candy, sweet, and that kind of
Yep.
stuff. Home, as in like you live in. Estate is, which is another word for home, is as grand as yours. And 1822 is the year that you could go back to.
Yep. That's when
So,
it established as a business in 1822. So yeah, I mean, only if these walls can talk.
oh, you sure you'd be able to live there if they could?
No, no. But I'm
Oh,
intrigued with the history. You know, a black mass in a house, white mist, a medium. She was just recording and talking. White mist swirled around her. I mean, you can see that also on TikTok, on the house page and my personal page. Means getting thrown at people. Um, People, I, I don't, I. That's why I want to have people to come here and invest. I want to know what the hell is going on. Who
right,
is scratching? Who's in charge here?
right.
Who's holding these people? Why are you still here? Why you refuse to leave? Why are you so angry? I want to know these
Good
things,
question.
and it's things I want to do. Or it's things I want to do, but I can't do because I'm here by myself. What about if I get attacked? Anything can happen to me. I'm already taking a chance by me just using the spirit box just to communicate with them.
Oh, definitely.
You
The more
know?
you interact, the more chances you're taking. Even just
Yeah,
in, I don't want to make it sound like this is major, but even this could cause activity tonight
yeah,
because we've been talking about them for the last hour, 20 minutes. I mean, uh,
yeah.
hopefully that's not the case. Hopefully you get a good night's sleep, you know.
If that's the
Um,
case, I'm gonna call you back after this is over. Like, hey man, you gotta be on the phone with me and talk.
I'll
I'll
be
just,
there in 2 hours,
I'll just play. But honestly, after
maybe two and a half
investigations,
because I'd have to 2.5 hours because I'd have to stop for some coffee and such, you know.
but after
But
investigations, that's when activity like really amp up. You know,
well, yeah, because people are just been there. They've been using their equipment. They've been
yeah,
asking for them. They've been putting their energy into the place. Yeah, I can see why that picks up after
yeah.
interviewing people.
So one this was like last year. I had somebody, I had a group here. You know, I know them. Well, one of the people I knew, and he said, "Hey, do you mind if I, you know, stick around after investigation?" I'm like, sure. So they spent the night. They're like, oh shit, was you walking around downstairs? I'm like, dude, I'm upstairs in my room. He's freaking out because he hearing all of this stuff. Everything that I told him, like, hey, you hear people walking around, and you just hear these noises. That where is it coming from? You hear a tap here, and you hear a tap over there, and it's like,
I got I gotta do this real quick.
okay, oh that's cool. Hey, it'd be better if you had Michael Myers. That's
Well,
my guy.
I like Micah. The reason why I did that real quick is Jaywa down there, Jason. He said, I think he's trying to say Freddy Dora, Fetty Dora, and because of the hat. And believe it or not, and not to get on off subject here, but this is my Freddy Krueger hat for when I do for Halloween or whatever.
Nice.
I just couldn't find my the only other fedora I could find is was my turkey one before I got behind and I got a turkey fedora that somebody made me that watched the shows before and I didn't think that would be fitting for this episode. So I just grabbed this real quick and that's why they nicknamed me Mr. Fedora because of different hats
Yeah.
and such. Um, so,
Um,
but
you want
yeah,
to know?
I'm
You
a
want
Freddy. Actually, in my car, I have the Freddy replica glove on the dashboard.
nice, nice.
Did you still Smokey the Bear's hat? Remember, only you
That
can
do look
prevent the
like
forest
Smokey the
fires.
Bear hat, man.
Well, Well, thank you. Much
But you,
appreciated.
but you want to know
Or were
something
you
that's
talking
funny?
about him? I think she
Nah,
was talking
you was talking
about
about
you.
you. But this is something. This is real. Nobody comes to this house for Halloween. Bought a shitload of candy. So I had all this candy for myself. Nobody comes here.
Kids don't go to your place.
They know that it's haunted. So now this is funny, and don't take this the wrong way, because
I'll
I
try
didn't
not
take
to.
it there. I didn't take this the wrong way, and I just anyway. This was last year. The next day of the investigation, people outside smoking, getting ready to leave. You know,
Yeah.
and these kids. This was like during the summertime. These kids point at the house, this house, like that's the spook house, and I'm like, are they talking about me? No, they was talking about the house. They was
Right,
talking
but
about the
that moment,
house, huh?
that couple seconds of like, what?
Yeah. So I have to like, is he talking about me? But no, they was talking about the house. But yeah, a lot of people know about this house. The people at um the pizza parlor, whatever you call it, um, they won't deliver food here. They won't come
Really?
here. I'm serious.
See, that's crazy because I'd be the one always saying if I was living in the area doing deliveries or whatever, I'd be the guy saying, "Hey, no, I'll take that. I'll take that." You know. But then again, this is
So
what we do for fun, right?
yeah. So the house before I bought the house was vacant for like a year and a half. No lie, when no one living here. So the last tenant that lived here, I don't know how old she was. She wasn't old, but she was an elderly woman. And from what I've been told, she was terrified being upstairs. What room was hers? I do not know because I have three rooms. My room and the other two rooms that's upstairs. She
Okay.
was so scared of being upstairs. She brought her stuff downstairs and put in this room. It's no disrespect to her. I said, man,
So
this woman crazy. She went from bad to worse. So she must didn't know the history of the house. The reason why I say she went bad to worse because they view bodies in this room, man.
she
You
might
know
not
where
know
I'm
the
at now.
history, but
Yeah. That's why I said
you
she,
don't
probably didn't know the history.
right.
But
If you seen stuff, you're gonna get spooked, especially if you're there by yourself. You said she was
yeah,
there by herself.
yeah, she did, she did, and
So
cause I was at a cafe out, like around the corner. It's probably like get there like in 10 minutes. Um, you know, I'm new in town, but I'm not new in town. I've been here.
yeah,
So they're like, "Oh, you new in town?" I'm like, no, I purchased a house by the waterfall, by the bridge. She didn't understand what I was talking about, so I had to pull up a picture on my phone. I'm like the Fort
yeah.
Collins house. She didn't understand, so I had to pull up a picture, show it to her. She like, oh, I know that house. My friend Millie used. Oh, shit, I said her name. Anyway, my friend Millie lived there, but she injured herself. I'm like, how? She fell down the steps. I'm like, she didn't fall. She got pushed. She got
Oh,
pushed.
she got pushed. Wow.
Yeah, I got pushed down the
Well,
steps
you said
too.
I was about to say you in the show it said that you were pushed yourself.
Yeah. So all it is funny because when they put this out, I was talking about this stuff before they even came here. And I was telling people, and people didn't want to hear me. They overlooked me. But now that this came out, people are paying attention now. You know,
Mm-hmm.
um, I really want Tessa to come back, but she said that she would never come back here.
She, I was about to
Um,
say she looked like she was pretty nervous about being there. She didn't look like she was having a good time at all.
yeah, so much went on here. But I truly believe that man that's buried in the backyard got injured inside this house, got drug out the house and got buried. Now, was he buried alive? I think he was. I don't
Wow.
think he was. What, Sophie? I'm talking.
That would be crazy if he was. Now
Yeah,
that's the feeling you get. It's not documented, right?
that's the feeling I get. But somebody is buried in the backyard.
Right,
Um,
that part you
I have. I mean, I know some good mediums.
right.
And I have some people that come here that just straight garbage, just lie, but I don't say nothing. So what I do when people come, I have a book people sign the
Oh, nice.
experiences. So when people come, I hide the book. I don't say nothing. I tell the history, but I don't talk about experiences and stuff. Why? Because people will piggyback off of it, especially as quote unquote supposed to be psychics. I
Right.
have people come here and just straight lie in my face. and it's on paper. Native that never lived on your land. It's on paper. I have the paperwork. A slave boy was in my basement. No, a slave boy is not in my basement because one, if it was, it cling on to me. You know, I don't feel that a slave boy is in my basement. That's a lie. You
Right,
know,
right. You just got the guy in the wheelchair.
yeah. you know, but you got to be aware of these false prophets. Especially so when you do this, everyone was born with a gift. I'm not gonna lie. Some people know how to tap into it. Some people don't know how to tap into it, and some people are struggling to tap into it. You know, they think it's cool by having a gift. Abilities. No, that's not cool. It's not. One, because you are prone to get attachments. Because
Mm.
now, do things follow me here from here? No, and I'm glad that it doesn't. I'm glad that
Right.
it don't. But when you're a sensitive, you you you're like a beacon. Spirits will see that. It's like mosquitoes. Like a light. What do mosquitoes? They go around that. They go around that light, right? It's like that.
Sometimes.
And and spirits can feed off you, like drain you. Do I be drained here? Yes, I do. People
I
have people
imagine.
come here. Yeah, they came here. They threw up in my front floor because of the energy. Because people came in with a recorder and they got an EVP saying "get out." Like, I never got an EVP that damn fast. By me
So you.
being here, I have to be careful as well. I don't challenge. I don't provoke. I may joke around like when I'm doing a spirit box session or whatever. Um,
Mm.
but yeah, I have to be careful too.
So have you had many people show up there trying to provoke and try to put that energy out there, or has
Ye-
everybody been pretty decent?
Everybody been pretty decent, respectable. But however, I did have just one person to provoke. I'm like, don't do that.
Right.
And he nothing didn't happen around him. He tried to communicate nothing, but other people was getting responses, and he thought it was all crack of shit. Something followed him home, and it like torment him. Well,
Mm.
I can't do nothing. You signed a waiver. You came with that attitude, like, well, do this and do that. It's like your demeanor, you know, to, get down, get down. So
So
he was
they don't
asking for it.
respond well to that type of stuff there.
Nah.
They
And
just kind of leave you alone.
all I can say, if something is not going on, they're watching you. You're being watched. I'm not saying that is dangerously haunted. I don't believe in that. But at times it do be intense. I can't tell you when it's going to be active. I can't tell you when things is just going to be an outbreak. It happens when it happens. You
Right.
know.
Well, that's anybody that's done any lengthy time of being investigating, even for fun, should know that nothing's on demand. I mean, we've been, and when I say we, Warren Area Site Paranormal's been to places 3 or 4 times and thought everything's good, everything's fine, nothing's really there. And then the fourth time, all of a sudden, we're like, oh man. Actually, it's kind of a shame because we sometimes get too comfortable. I hope this never happens to you, where we get too comfortable with a place thinking, it's just another Saturday night, nothing big. And then we got shadow figures, we got physically attacked and such because we were too relaxed. So hopefully it doesn't get to that far for you there. But
People see shadow figures here. Last time I had people here investigating, you can see shadow figure on a live. It was live on Facebook. But the freaky part is, and it's still, and we still talk about it. I don't understand it. All right, I can open this door. It'll say front door open.
mm,
I had a guy upstairs, as they call it, an abandonment. We all outside in his vehicle, watching it live while he's in the house.
okay.
Things is happening. You can hear footsteps. Um, but the thing that really messed me up, that really bothered me, it said front door open, but my front door is closed. We're looking at my door as we
You
outside in the truck.
you could see it.
Yeah, the door is closed and the door is heavy. So even if the door, Sophia, chill. So even if the door was cracked, that sensor won't be activated. You know, so it had to be closed and open. But it said front door open.
Mm.
Man, we call last in this house. We ran so fast because we didn't know what the hell was going on. Why did I?
Right,
Why did it say that?
right.
Front door open. Um, but the guy, he was okay. He was freaked out. You know. Yeah, that was an incredible night. And the
So,
next day it was really really active. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
and once again, that's because you had people there doing
hmm
stuff, so that ups the activity. But have you ever thought about setting up, like at the Hinsdale house, live cam?
Um, I thought about it, but I turned it down. Why? Because they can monitor anytime they want. So
Because
let's
what?
say if I walk around a house in my underwear, they can see that. You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
yeah, but I was thinking something like maybe down in the basement with a wheelchair or something.
I have two cameras down there on each side, one side on the other side. And I have caught things. So I did this experiment thing because my cameras just don't record. They take pictures, a lot of pictures. So if something happened, I get that notification. If I don't see it on camera, on video, I'm going to see it on picture, vice
Mm,
versa. And so I did this experiment. I had this mirror, but the IR wasn't hitting the mirror.
mm.
I caught a picture of him, and he has a top hat.
Oh,
That's
really?
also on Facebook too. Also
Uh,
on the house page and also on TikTok. But the scary thing is, not last summer, but the summer before last, I'm outside in the backyard. I'm here by myself. I'm outside in the backyard doing a bonfire, just relaxing, chilling. It was at night. I have a window that you can look at the backyard. Why was it a shadow figure in the window looking right at me? And you can see the
that freaked
whole
you out?
hour. I'm not lying. You think I came in the house? No, I didn't.
You
No, I didn't. I slept in
didn't
my
go
truck.
check it out?
Hell no. No. Yo, that scared me. That really, for some reason, some just told me to record, so I just got my phone out. What the hell? It's a shadow figure looking at me, and I'm outside. Nah, man.
You-
That's why.
You're like, no, you go ahead, keep the house. I'll be out here for the night. That's the
I'm
man
sorry.
from the basement, Janice says.
So yeah.
So,
When you
is there anything we're heading towards? Well, it's still a few minutes away, but we're heading towards the 2 hour mark. Is there
Oh
anything
damn,
that
time
you
goes by
want to put out
fast.
there that you want people to know before we wrap up? Do you want more about the house, more about you personally, any advice, whatever you want? This is your time.
Hey, come to the Sweet Home Estate. You won't be disappointed. There are a lot of numerous activities for you to do. It's just not about investigating. The sightseeing is beautiful. You can sit by the koi pond by the fish. You can sit by the waterfall. You can sit by the water fountain. I mean, and if you good people, you can watch TV outside. Get in the hot tub. Just
You all right?
yo, I'm hearing music.
Okay.
Is
Yeah,
that coming from you?
I think so. Possibly she has my significant other has her phone on. She's in the room.
So
Uh,
chill.
she
'Cause
turned
I
it.
was about to
She turned it down
no,
if you keep hearing it.
no, because I heard music. Because I don't have nothing on here.
Well, I didn't. It didn't even click to me. I heard it, but it was in the background, so I wasn't. I
So
I
you
raised six
you
boy.
sure
I
that came
raised
from
six
your
boys,
house?
so I'm able to tune stuff out. What's that?
Are you sure that came from your house?
Not 100%, but
But
she
did
did
you
have
heard
music
it?
on her phone.
Did
Huh?
you hear it?
I heard what was on her phone. So
Is he still hearing it?
you still hearing it?
Okay, because I heard music and I mean being here. It's not like you have to be paranoid, but you have to be on your p's and q's. You know.
Right. Are you the only one in the house right now?
Yeah, just me and my dog, and she's
Okay.
right here.
Right, right. Well, no, I'm just asking because if you did hear stuff, yeah, you definitely have to be paying attention.
Yes, I mean my ears is very sensitive. I mean I have to, you know.
Hopefully, sorry if you got a little attention
Yeah, I
there.
got a little distracted with that music, man. But yeah,
So, what you're saying is that yes, it's definitely a paranormal hotspot, but if people care to come for historical side of it or the beauty of it, that's
all of
also
it.
welcome too.
Yeah, I highly suggest people to come out like during the hot weather, so you can see everything, like the rose petal bushes, just everything, the flowers out this way.
I bet you it's
It's
beautiful in the
beautiful,
fall too.
huh?
I bet you it's beautiful in the fall too.
Oh yeah, yeah, it is. Besides, I have to rake up a bunch of leaves.
Well,
I'll
there you
rake
go.
up the
You get
leaves.
people to rake up the leaves and rake up the leaves and stay for an investigation.
Yeah, I might just do that. But
Get get some of the local high school kids to come and rake it all
yeah,
up and clean
yeah,
it up, and then they could say a Friday night to
yeah.
to see
I
who's the
mean, it's
bravest
a
of them.
it's a good spot to learn something, to witness something, to experience something. It's good, And no, I'm not in no competition with any other locations. Do I brag and boast about Sweet Home? No, but it doesn't get enough credibility as it should. Now, these other famous, well known locations, I can honestly say Sweet Home has more action than these other places that's known. Do I want to be famous? Like, no, I don't. I don't want to be in that spotlight, but I want people. I don't, like I told you before, I don't want Sweet Home to be the most haunted location. I want it to be the most favorable location. You know, I want people to come here, experience, relax, have a good time. Like, man, I want to come back there. You know, and that's the whole purpose of people coming here. Give them something to make them want to come back, and that's exactly what I do. You know,
Be careful what you ask for because it might become well known, and you might be eating your words here, eating a little crow because you
I
have
mean,
Nick. He's very he put it out there to the world. So you got the prime people and
yeah,
such, and you start doing shows like this. I mean, we've had a constant viewership through the whole show, and this doesn't get deleted. It'll be out there for however long, and
yeah.
then you're gonna be on other shows that has even more of a following. So
You
I hope
know,
you're ready.
already like Freddy. You know, um, I am very humble. I will never change that, and I won't change for anything. Very humble, laid back, very understanding, and very respectable. However, famous, as you say, I will never be famous. I'm just a caretaker.
I
Honestly,
thought I'd seen
I take
something
care of this
move
house. I
from
take
left
care of
to
the
you.
grounds. The house is the celebrity. The spirits within this house is the celebrity. They're the one
I
that's famous, not me. When people come here, I don't want to say people don't come here to see me, but they come to see the house. They come,
I thought
just
I was looking at you, but I thought I seen a little movement out of off of your left side there,
dude, don't
other side.
freak me out, man. No, because I don't like
I'm not
this
trying.
room. And this is my
I'm
first
not trying to
time
say
being in
nothing,
this
but
room at night.
I thought I seen
Huh?
something move in that cabinet behind you there.
Oh, let's just hope that
I'm
it
not
wasn't.
trying to.
No, let's
I'm
just
not
hope that
trying
it
to.
wasn't nothing. Because honestly, that's what Janice said. She said, "What about something happen when you live?" I'm like, "Don't say that. I don't want that to happen." But you never know. You never know.
There you go.
Yeah, Sophia's knocked out. She's right here. I don't want her to. Wherever I go, my dog goes with me. Um,
A little bit of security, huh?
yeah. So this is
Comfort,
true.
comfort.
I wanted one night. I just wanted something sweet. I wanted like chocolate, and I had that here. So I left Sophia. Usually I leave her in her cage when I leave. I have a camera in my room. So I left her, left her. She was on the bed watching TV. And what did she say? She said she saw it move too. Come on, man. See, Janice, you jinxed it, man. You
You did it.
jinxed it. Because she said, what about something happened when you lied? I'm like, don't say that. Don't say that. But getting back to like I was saying, so I left Sophia on the bed, and I went to the store and came back. Now my door is closed. It's hard for you to open my door. She can't open my door once it's closed. You have to like pull
Mhm.
it. I got a notification on my phone, just like on my way to the house. I pull over, I look at it. She's downstairs in this room. Who the hell opened the door? She can't open it. I left it closed. She's in this room looking at someone, like sitting down, facing them as they was talking to her. I took a picture from my camera and I posted it. That's on that's on my personal page, on TikTok, and also on the house page. So it's like I'm a reporter. Anything that happens, I post it. I report
I
it.
uh, I do a lot of paranormal stuff, watching and such on Sundays. I got a feeling I'll be creeping your stuff, your social media profiles.
To go through it. I mean, some people
Said
now, for an example, the light fixture that's upstairs in the hallway. People said that was stage. That wasn't stage. Why should I do that and that can fall off and hurt myself, not alone my dog? That
right.
blow that was up. That was up. And if you look at the video, if it was loose, it would have been came down immediately. It took a
Mm.
while, and boom. How could you explain that? And I was on the phone talking to a friend, and I'm like, oh shit. Another thing that happened. Um, 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 um. Picture fall off the wall
Mm.
for no reason, with the hook still on it.
Huh.
And I don't use nails. I use screws. The
Okay.
screw is still up. You
Yeah,
know.
it takes a little bit more to get a screw out.
Yeah. No, the
So
screw is still in the wall. You know, the
right,
screw
but
is
I
still in the
mean,
wall.
it takes a little more than just a nail. Um, so the Christmas tree.
Oh yeah. Dude. Whatever was here don't like anything religious. It don't.
Oh,
Yeah, I have like crucifix and stuff, but that's Sophia. Chill. I'm gonna come on. You're embarrassing me.
no.
All right, so um, this wasn't last year. It was the year before last. I was here by myself. Put up the tree. You know, of course, I put Michael Myers' head on it. The mask. It was looking cool. I loved it. But
Yeah, you're more
it
into
got
Michael Myers, huh?
dude. That's my guy. That movie really messed me up when I was younger. It
See
really
now
messed me up.
I'm a Freddy guy, and the co-founder Lee put there, he's into Jason Voorhees. Jason. So actually, I got a 3D printer. I just printed him up a Buddha,
Uh-huh.
but he's got the Jason mask on with a machete.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Sweet, you
but
got a
now
3D
go ahead with,
printer.
huh?
I said you got that's sweet. You got a 3D printer. I have those too.
You got one?
I got three. No, I got four.
Three. Wow. Yeah, it's fun to. I mean, it's
Man,
frustrating,
I
but it's
gotta
fun.
keep myself occupied. I can't just my I don't like being downstairs at night. So when this is done and over, I'm taking my ass upstairs in my room.
I was about to say you're gonna be gone, huh? But yeah, yeah. The Buddha that I printed up was with a glow in the dark filament. I
Oh,
wasn't sure you were still on Leaffoot.
what? Dude,
he,
I got
he's the one I printed out for. He and I don't know if you've done this with your prints yet or not, but as it's printing, I pause it. And, well, at least I did with this, and put in BBs, little BBs to weigh it
oh,
down.
okay. So you pause it to take the filament out and add different filament. You do it like that?
No,
Because
they so
I
I
have a
pause it and you
3D printer that do four colors too. So I have like
see now that's nice. I only got the one small little, but so I paused it and it's got the infill. You know how it does
yeah.
the, and so I threw a bunch of BBs in it to weigh it down,
Mm,
and then I turned the print back on, and it finished printing and sealed it up. So it just adds a little weight to it, and not so much in filament. BBs are a lot cheaper than filament.
yeah.
But we're off topic. You said the Christmas tree. They don't like
Anything religious.
religious
Mm-mm.
stuff, and you were there on your own. You were putting it up, setting it up.
Yeah. When that Christmas tree came down, I remember I was in my room and I played it back on my phone. I'm like, I'm not going down there. I'm here by myself. At the time, I didn't have my dog, and it was a time after that. You know, it was after Christmas. I'm about to call myself taking it down. It got knocked over again. I guess I wasn't moving fast enough. That's on video too. Um,
Really?
but she don't like Christmas either. So,
No?
the Ventrola I have, I'm going through the records because that's my first time ever. Because when I purchased it, it was like probably 50 records, like old records.
Hmm.
So I'm going through each. It was a Christmas record, so I'm playing it. My dog is hollering. I'm like, all right, I turn it off. She don't like Christmas music.
She doesn't
I don't like
care for
Christmas
the.
music. So last year that just passed, I brought up the Christmas tree. Now this our first Christmas together. She's beating up the Christmas tree.
Yeah.
And then she started attacking me. Yeah. It was funny. Um that's on my that's on TikTok and also on my Facebook too.
Like I said, I'm gonna have to go through and
Yeah.
tomorrow and take a little bit of time to look at everything. But I think if it's okay with you, we're gonna wrap up for the night. Um,
Okay. Get so
Now
Felix.
I'm hoping that it sounds like there's still a lot more that we could touch on. I'm hoping
Oh yeah.
that you'll
Oh
come
yeah.
back on again in the future.
Yeah. Just let me know. Yeah.
Nice.
I'll
Nice.
join you again. It's been nice.
Maybe maybe I'll maybe it'll be after we're able to go out and visit and do some stuff ourselves, and then it'll be
Okay.
more personal experiences as opposed to listening and because this has
Yeah.
been fun, but experience is also great too. You good?
No, I'm hearing music.
It's not
You
coming from
sure
here
that's not
today.
you sure that's not at your place?
This is not at my place.
Yeah, man, let's wrap
Last
this up.
last time it could have been from here, because she had her phone on for a second, but this time no, no. Um, hey Phoenix,
Hello.
but yeah.
Yeah,
So I
so
hope that you'll come back. I hope you survive the night.
oh yeah, I'm finna go man. I know what I heard. That was twice I heard it, and what did I say? What
What
kind of
kind of music?
music? I don't know. It sound old. I can't tell you the name of the song. It sound old.
Yeah.
And it sound like it came from in that room. And that's the room I have to go. I have to go in that room to go upstairs.
Phoenix is saying hello.
Hi, how are you doing?
But yeah. So like I said, for like the fifth time now. Hopefully you come back. I hope
Oh
you
yeah,
enjoyed.
yeah.
Uh,
I love talking to you, man. You're cool.
well, I appreciate that. Yeah. It seems like
And we're
we've
both
known each other
Aries.
for a long time, right?
Yeah, and we're both Aries, born on the same day. Come on, man.
A little fact
That's
for you guys that are just watching, or well, who's been watching, we figured
yeah,
out through our conversations this last week is we were both born on March 25th. We share the same birthday. Um, so we thought that was pretty odd and pretty cool.
yeah.
I don't think
That
I've
is
met
awesome.
anybody else with the same birthday.
Mm-mm.
So um, so that's pretty cool. But so I will be in touch with you. Like I said, I
Okay,
will reach out to other people that does this kind of show and try to facilitate some connections for you.
okay.
And
No, I appreciate that. Whoa!
leave it to Leefoot. I was gonna not bring that up. And no, I didn't say it was gonna be on my birthday. By the way, I I suppose I better explain it now. Thanks, Leefoot. Um, yeah, I see you perking up over there. Um, uh, so a few weeks back, about 2 weeks now or so, I
Okay.
did a live stream with a couple of my grandkids. We were doing odd flavors of ramen noodle. One was campfire s'mores flavor, and the other was breakfast flavor. Out of the two, we all agreed the breakfast flavored cup of noodles was great. The s'mores was not. So, but anyways, I we were chatting with the chap, and somewhere came up with the thought of before there was a challenge thrown out of like this was like 10 years ago. If a post got so many likes, I would wear a pink tutu downtown Warren. Well, the post never got that many likes. I was
I'm
happy with
sorry.
that.
This what she had wanted all the time, all along. She just wanted me to hold her.
So, so during this conversation with the noodles and such, I said, if this video across all platforms get 300 views, I would wear a dress downtown Warren. Well, if I would have thought about it, I would have said like 1,000 views or whatever. I just threw a quick number out there. Well, of course, everybody's bit onto that, from Leefoot to JWoww to significant other over here to many sharing that video out. And no, I'm not going to point out exactly, well, I said what one it was, but I'm not going to share the link or anything because I'm not going to want to do this. So, so that's where the dress is coming up. And no, I did not say it was my birthday I was going to do it. What it is it has till March 25th to get 300 views. And let's say it's below 200 right now. I'm good with that.
Oh, it's gonna
Because I
grow.
never
Bring you
I
down.
never wore a dress in my life and I don't plan on wearing one. So so that's what that's about. And yeah, you're welcome. He finds himself quite funny. He see now, I'm a city bus driver, and he rides my bus, and I got a feeling he's gonna be messed up for work Monday morning, and we'll be seeing who's welcome. uh, you don't. You don't boost the video. Don't start getting idea, people. Nobody wants to see me in the dress.
How do I post a video? Go lay down, Sophia.
Yeah, we obviously went too far in this video, too long. But no,
Hey,
I really appreciate you being on the show. Sorry for that little side distraction there. This is
no,
supposed
it's
to be a
okay.
professional show,
Hey, I have to put my
but
dog on my lap so she can chill out. So, hey,
did
I know
that
how it
did that
is.
help a little bit?
Huh?
Did that calm her down a little bit?
Yeah, it did.
Nice, nice. I'm pretty sure about that. But
Um,
much appreciated.
yeah. Um,
Um,
just reach out. You know, I'll join you again. I really wish
nice.
Caleb would have joined us so he can tell the story and how he felt because his mom. I didn't like it. I still don't. Why was his family targeted that night? Him, his mother, and his two sisters. They got tore
Well,
up that night, man.
I'm gonna have him on. I will reach out and let you know when he's on, and either you
Yeah,
can
yeah,
join or message or whatever the situation calls for. Because I've asked him a week or so ago if he'll be on the show again, and he said, "Yeah, of course." So, just unfortunately, he wasn't able to make it this particular night, which is a shame. But I mean, yeah, when you ask last minute, that's what happens, right? But
yeah, yeah.
so
But
hopefully
there,
you get up. Hopefully you get up the stairs. I'll try not to laugh when I imagine you running upstairs,
yo,
flipping lights out as
I'm
you're going.
man. I'm not going to even pick her up and go upstairs. She's gonna have to. run upstairs behind me
She'll run right with you. Who's faster?
because I heard that music twice. Janice says she heard it, but I literally just heard it not too long ago, and there's nothing on in here.
I'm gonna. I always go back and kind of rewatch stuff. I'm gonna see if I can find it and see if I could
Okay,
boost it
yeah,
up a little
just
bit
just
and
just
such.
let me know because yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Is that my cue? Like, hey, you've been down here long enough. You gotta go. I don't know.
Right,
But
right.
what time is it?
I know.
Nine
It
forty-two.
is now 9:42.
Yeah, I'm gonna so I'm gonna go back at 9:40 and relook at this. Relook at it. You know, and see if I can hear that at 9:40.
Right, right.
Timestamp
Well,
it.
you'll just see your reaction. Just look towards the end of the video and for your reaction, and you'll see it. But so I appreciate this. I really do. You're my first
Okay.
guest back after a 6 month hiatus, so you definitely helped me out quite a bit by doing this.
Welcome back.
So, um, and I look forward to talking to you again. All right.
All right. Same here.
You
Okay.
you have a good night, and
All right.
I'll reach out to you. Okay.
Okay. Sounds good. All right. All
Bye
right.
now.
Good night.
Well, guys, awesome interview, awesome show. I hate calling it an interview because I feel more like it's a personal chat with friends. So, um, you know, what more can be said? It was so much being said that we need to have him back on so that way we could try to compress it a little bit more and and just sorry I'm tired. My thoughts are jumbled. It's been a while since I've done one of these shows, so I forget how much energy it takes from you by doing it. But really appreciate you guys joining us and sticking with us. And in a couple of weeks, I will have another guest on. It might be Caleb. I'll reach out to him. Caleb from Chicago area paranormal society. I know I spoke to Dale, Dr. Dale on deck. He said that if it's within his schedule, he'd be happy to come back on and chat. He says he always enjoys these shows, but since I'm tired, I'm rambling. I'm gonna go ahead and end this. As always, stay spooky, my friends.
Well, hey everybody, thanks for stopping down and appreciate the visit. Now get the hell off of my porch. We'll see you the next time. Come on back.